You
Action.
don't want to sing?
He
Yeah,
has
Sam.
been. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom. Do the real song.
Yeah, do it proper.
Doom, machale.
No, properly.
The one
No,
time
I
we
don't
ask
know
you to
the
sing and you
lyrics.
can't sing.
Well, oh shit, no, I was saying middle of the podcast.
Welcome to Fear of Stairs, Desi Films Decoded, the podcast where four friends from different backgrounds unlock the world of Desi cinema. I'm Winnie, the Desi who's never been to India.
Hi, I'm Killy. I am a big fan of Dhoom. That's why I started this podcast.
My name is Nikki, formerly a fan of Tata Young.
Formerly. Not now?
Not now.
Okay. I'm Adam. I'm a current fan of Tata Young. Probably her biggest fan. What are we watching?
Today we're doing an iconic film, not just in India, but also in Thailand, as much as I can remember.
Yeah, I think so.
It's called Dhoom. Doom.
Has a really emphasis on the H.
Dhoom.
I think the D and the H make it sound like a Z.
No.
Zoom.
So
Dude,
Kili will get very upset if you just say Doom with a D. It's D-H, so it's
So how do you say
Doom.
that?
Dhoom.
Doom.
Yes.
Doom.
yes.
Doom.
It's like
Yes,
Wait,
exactly.
Adam got it before me.
Yeah.
Doom.
Doom.
And he said
Dhoom.
he said totally Indian. Yeah.
What does it mean again?
I don't know.
What's the
It's just
translation?
like it's just an expression, like let's rock it, kind of like.
Did you
rock.
get that
like,
from
what
the,
does rock
the
means?
subtitles?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm just clinging onto the subtitle.
So you've never heard this word before? It's not like
no. It is an expression. It's like
like a
dhoom
sound.
dham. Like it's a
Sound effect.
onomatopoeia kind of from onomatopoeia to more like a bigger meaning. Like
Okay.
I don't know the term. Yeah, so it's like a celebration, huge blast kind of thing. Yeah.
Was it a big word before this movie? Was it commonly used, or did this movie put it like on the radar?
did it send this word to the top of the Google search charts in
Yes,
India?
It did. No. I mean, like,
Did it get
I
added
don't
to
know.
the dictionary?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know much about Hindi, like colloquial, like what's
Yeah.
being used and not, because
Yeah, so Doom is like a very Y2K movie. It's an action movie that's kind of like a buddy cop, mix of buddy cop, heist movie,
It's a Fast and Furious ripoff.
Fast and Furious ripoff.
That's what it is.
In 2004.
Yeah, so Fast and Furious came out in 2001.
Yeah.
I looked.
Like a mix of Fast and Furious and Ocean's 11, I think.
Well, but
a crossover.
in a way, though, ahead of
And-
its time, because as a big Fast and Furious fan, Fast and Furious 5 has a big, like, money heist scene as well. So
So it copied Fast and Furious, and then Fast and Furious copied Doom.
I must have.
Full circle.
It must have.
It is the only plausible
but
explanation.
Because Fast and Furious 5 is Ocean's 11 meets Fast and Furious.
But
Have you seen it? Have you guys seen any of the Fast and
I
Furious?
had never made it to 5.
Oh, man,
Really?
of course. I made it to 9.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot.
Wait.
I kind of forgot like what I was watching when I was watching later Fast and Furious. Like I don't know the numbers. It's all same film for me.
I love Fast and
so
Furious.
I kind of forgot.
They got really, really good up until 7, and then it fell off. But 1, 2, and 3 is okay. 4 is all right. And then 5, 6, and 7 is like one of the best runs of film ever, like for action series.
It just started as like a street racing film. Like during the 2000s.
It was 2001, yeah.
Import tuner culture was very popular. You see it in movies like Fast and Furious, in games like Need for Speed, like street racing, and then somehow Fast and Furious just did a revamp, and then it became like a straight up heist action movie series.
Yeah, so they did Fast and Furious 1, which I saw in theaters when you were in junior high, which I was when that movie came out. That was a very hot date movie to go to. Very hot looking, like, you know, people and, you know, street racing, and it got everyone into it. And, you know, I'm from LA, so like tons of Asians
Sexy movie.
into street racing there. Fast and Furious 2 did not have Vin Diesel, so it was a buddy cop film. Fast and Furious 3, they go to Tokyo. It has a new director. And then and a fantastic director. He's the one that made the series really good. My point is, then once he took over when he did 4, 5, 6, and 7, he convinced Vin Diesel to come back by saying, we're going to do a Dungeons and Dragons type film. Because Vin Diesel is very into Dungeons and Dragons. What? This is true. So he says, look, it's going to be a team, and they all have different roles, and they all level up. So like Nikki said, Ludacris is in Fast and Furious 2 as like a bookie. When he gets into 4, 5, and 6, he becomes the like greatest hacker in the world. So they all like level up each movie,
kinda.
And they all have their different roles, and that's why it's all about the family. It's because it's like a D&D team
growing as a family,
growing together and leveling up. So by the time they're in like 7, they're like flying through the air and stuff like that. And so that's what got Vin Diesel on board. So it is like a D&D film set in the real world. With heist movie.
I do like that both movies have a song that made the movie more popular than it probably would have been without the song. With Fast and Furious, you have Tokyo Drift. With Doom, you have Doom Machale, right?
Tokyo Drift is the best Fast and Furious film for me. I love that.
But that's not a song, right?
There is a song, yeah.
I
wonder if you know how to live exactly. In Tokyo. And I think that like that appealed to people who had never watched Fast and Furious before to watch it.
Ding, 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 Thanks,
so you can sing that.
All right,
not
yes.
Oh, Doom Machale, Machale, Doom.
Killian keeps saying he doesn't know the lyrics, even though most of the song is just Doom Machale, Doom Machale, Doom.
No, there is something going on, but it doesn't matter. It's like the film. Like there are a lot of things going on in the film. Doesn't matter. What matters is like the bike and Doom Machale.
Yeah. So Doom comes out after Fast and Furious 2. So I think it does combine the buddy cop with the street racing origins of 1, and they use a bunch of motorcycles. So it's not much cars; it's a lot of motorcycles. But they all have NOS hooked up.
Yes.
So they're still using NOS, and that's how you can tell it's a Fast and Furious ripoff. And instead of using it for balloons, like fun people, they use it to race each other.
Yeah, we the podcaster at Fear Upstairs podcast are big fan of NOS, and that's why we watched Doom.
To go
what
fast.
What do you mean balloons? You can use NOS in balloons.
It's the same.
It's the same compound, nitrous oxide, N2O.
It's the same thing.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know you could use nitrous oxide in balloons. That's
If you
information for me.
Oh, okay.
If you take whipped cream canisters and hook it up to your car car fucking zooms past the street.
Yeah.
You can like jump over bridges and stuff if you use those whipped cream canisters.
Yeah.
Wow, such good new information.
Yeah. Alternatively, if you inhale NOS, it's a really pleasant high and nothing bad can happen to you.
Really?
That's true. I looked it up.
How's the experience like?
Well, it's like you're flying.
What, really?
You feel like the speed of Doom.
Yeah.
That's
You feel
what
like you're
that's
in
what I was
Doom.
being told.
Sounds wow, interesting.
That's what I've been told. Yeah.
We're treading on thin ice right now.
By the way, let's do because I know we hung out yesterday to watch the movie kind of, but I still feel like I haven't, because all we did was watch the movie. How are you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Nikki was like yelling at the movie the whole time because he's been super stressed out. So like I've never seen Nikki like that angry at a movie. But like, I know the anger wasn't towards the movie, so like his stress was like, I fucking hate this movie.
No, full disclosure, it's a dumb movie. I honestly think it was dumb.
Yeah.
But like in an entertaining way. But like, you just can't help but yell.
So what happened was like, I mean, I have a theory. What happened? It's like, so Dhoom is a huge inspiration for Happy New Year. It seems like there were so many plot points
this is
being
your
copied.
theory?
No, not that theory. The theory of like why Nikki was yelling. So by starting with this, yeah. So it looked like I mean, Happy New Year took so much inspiration from Dhoom, and it was so bad that it was good. But Dhoom doesn't touch that point of being so bad that it's good. So for Nikki, it was just bad, a dumb movie, and then that's why he was fucking angry at the film.
Seems like cheesy Y2K.
Yeah.
I actually liked this movie, and I hated Happy New Year. I could not even sit through Happy New
Because
Year.
that
Did you
that
notice it's the
misogyny
same
plot.
plot though? Did you notice it's the exact same plot? Like literally, they have an event in October, then they have their final event in New Year, And they rent the room that's right above the vault where they go in and steal the money. It's literally these.
At
And
least it's more real, right? It's not cartoon-like or parody-like, like the way that Happy New Year was. That's what like really threw me off.
Is this what
Maybe
am I hearing this correctly? It's not cartoony. Did I
It's
just
probably
see-
the
Okay,
most-
the guy did stand on the bike with nothing else at one point, but still.
The boat jump was the best.
yeah, when you fight fire with water and the boat.
Oh my gosh, he holds the gun and he's just burning in flames.
Yeah, that was pretty good, too.
That scene.
I like Doom. I like Fast and Furious. I like Doom. I think it's better than Happy New Year for sure.
Yeah,
way
okay.
better.
It is better than Happy New Year, but clearly Happy New Year like ripped off this movie because again, like they stay in a room above the vault. One of the guys pretends to be drunk in a major scene. It's all about like a big theft at the end. And yeah, like Killy did say, like it is about Happy New Year when he didn't want us to watch Happy New Year. And
Yeah,
instead
it was
Doom right.
mentioned at least many times while Happy New Year didn't mention Happy New Year at all.
I'll say that. I think there's more Happy New Year involved with Doom than Happy New Year, the movie. They mention it way more, and it is more pivotal than the movie Happy New Year.
Yeah.
So you saw it this morning. You did come over, Winnie, last night, and then
I watched
left
half
and
of
watched
it
in the
last
morning.
night, and
Yeah.
I watched the remaining half this morning. I think so. One thing that stuck to my mind while watching it was Killy saying that John Abraham, the villain, was actually more charming, and Abhishek was like
Yeah,
not
a
that
doofus.
like a doofus. But I didn't really get that vibe while watching it. Like
No,
I really like the protagonist, like Jai Dixit, played by
Why?
Abhishek Bachchan.
Wow.
Well,
A
guess
very
what?
bold take
Wait,
on
Yeah.
explain why.
I've
Explain
never
why.
heard this take. Okay. A
So, I
very
mean,
controversial, bold
Previously,
take.
I also didn't think Abhishek was a good actor. You know, he's the son of Amitabh Bachchan, like the father of Bollywood or whatever. So I really just assumed he just made it to acting because of nepotism. But this movie, he actually delivered emotions, a range as well. He goes from
Yeah, he's a good
serious
actor.
to funny, and I think most of like his character was nice. And John, I remember watching this when I was young and just like thinking John Abraham was the sexiest thing ever. And he really is.
He's fucking sexy.
Objectively, right? But I feel like the movie was trying to play into that way too much that it just took away from the appeal. Maybe because I'm also older now, you know.
I guess so.
I just
You want a stable
prefer,
cop
I prefer the
boyfriend.
dad, kind of like, stable cop boyfriend.
When he was younger, she wanted John.
She wants
But
the
now-
bad guy, and now she's
now
like, well,
she
he has a uniform, he has like a stable job.
Every scene of John is just like focusing on his looks or him saying something very short but very mysterious, and it's just trying too hard. Like he already looks good, you don't have to try that hard. So I blame that on like the writing or what,
The costume
But
team.
Yeah.
you say
The
you like
butthole necklace.
But you say you like Abhishek. Like, what about his personality? Because he's kind of an asshole to everyone.
Well, I like that he seems to be an asshole, but he's a softie on the inside.
How?
You know, you can tell. I mean, his wife takes his wallet from him in the
He's a
beginning.
pretentious fuck.
Like, you can tell that
he's beating up like just a street side like
Ollie.
bike repairman just because he
he's
deals
a man
with
on a mission.
just because he deals with like stolen bikes or
See,
something.
when he's being
like
very pragmatic now as an adult.
bringing into police station and beat the shit out of
You
him.
want me to side with the guy who's trying to commit a huge like thievery, a huge robbery?
So
Well-
here's my take. Like no one in the history of robbery or stealing gave a single flying fuck about bank robbery.
This is the other thing, right? Because he talks about, like, I'm on the side of good, and goodness is always 2 steps ahead of evil, and they're robbing a casino in Goa at a resort. I don't know how much, like, the cop is protecting anyone and how
Yeah.
much, like, the bad guy, is, like, hurting anyone. Like, I don't really care that much. But I will say this is the first movie where the protagonist is darker than the antagonist.
Well, that's because he's Amitabh Bachchan's son,
Right.
so he gets away with it.
Darker
Right.
as in like skin color
Yes.
or the soul? Oh, okay. Oh,
The
sorry.
soul, the soul. Wow, how do you?
I really thought
But the
so,
good
because
guy,
he-
the good guy cop has darker skin than the bad guy, and that's the first time I've ever seen this in any Indian film.
Good observation,
Because
Adam.
he's Amitabh's son.
Sure, but that is worth noting that's why I think also everyone was like all in on the villain, you know?
No way. It's also like the charm of the bad guy because so to be honest, like I've seen enough films of both of these guys.
gonna see more.
Objectively, Abhishek Bachchan is a better actor than John Abraham. But the character in Dhoom, John Abraham, had like way more fan than Abhishek Bachchan because he had that charisma of riding the motorbike and doing those flips and stuff.
And those eyes.
But you know who stood out the most? Ali. I think
Fuck.
I loved him the
This is
most.
so
His
funny.
character,
Wait,
his
this is
acting.
so funny.
He has
tell
the
me
most
about this.
controversial take on Doom.
I really wish you watched this with
liking
us
the
because
protagonists.
all of your opinions are opposite of ours.
Maybe this is a good thing
love
about
it.
watching it
I
alone.
love it.
I disagree with you a lot.
Tell
Okay,
us about
no.
Ollie. Tell us about Ollie. Why do you like him?
He was just this goofy character. Like, you know, he's like a golden retriever. He's harmless and he's like so energetic and just babbles nonstop.
All right.
Cute.
Okay, no, he's obviously a thief in the beginning, but like the way he acts, the way he kind of like
He's
gets
not a
on the
thief.
good side.
He's just
He's
dealing
just like a
with,
mechanic asshole.
I mean,
that
what
he
he-
cheats at
okay,
dealing with
not
racing.
like
thief, but
stolen bicycles, stolen
He-
motorcycles. That's it.
Right,
Like,
right.
and,
But
like,
it's
without
still against
paper.
the law. It's still against the
Oh,
law,
yeah,
right? What
yeah,
he's
yeah.
doing. So he's always like anti-police, and then he meets,
Yeah.
you know, he meets Abhishek, and you see them like slowly develop that cop buddy vibe.
I
And
don't know about that.
I don't know.
All right.
He has a big character development. He has the most character development throughout the film.
I don't
if
know
you
about
think
that
about it.
either.
I did
Yeah,
like
no,
his.
dude,
I,
he does.
does.
I liked
changes
his
a lot.
romantic song
yes,
in the rain.
Yes, I like that.
I think his romantic song in the rain is the second best song in the movie.
Dilbara.
Oh, that was also.
Dilbara apun kitu.
I think it's
apun
catchy.
tera.
And now Winnie, marry, fuck, kill those three actors:
Oh no. Oh.
Abhishek, John, and Ali.
But that's not even that difficult.
Then tell me,
Okay,
'cause I'm
I
curious.
mean, definitely fuck John Abraham. I think I'd marry Abhishek because he has a good job. And yeah, I'd have to kill Ali. But
Okay,
I'm
well,
sorry,
there you go.
but
See?
God.
Maybe
Now
in an
from,
alternate-
from the
Yeah.
the person who has the biggest heart of change, biggest change of heart gets killed.
I think it'd be close. I'd either marry Abhishek or Ali. I can't really decide. One of them. It depends on part 2 and part 3 how they are.
They go become worse. I think like what we thought of the characters was the like, general consensus from the audience, and the Dhoom franchise kind of played on that so much that they focused on the antagonists from now on in the sequels. Yeah, like they totally dropped the ball on Ali at some point. I think
Yeah.
Ali, it's kind of Ali is there because it's Ali's brother's direction and father's production house.
Uday Chopra, right?
Uday Chopra, yeah, Yash Chopra Films is the production house, and I think Aditya Chopra, his brother, is the writer-director of this film. So, yeah, and yeah,
I mean, I think he was like fine, whatever. I don't think he was a strong actor.
It was insufferable.
I don't think he was super good looking. And yeah, him and the protagonist together just didn't have much charisma. Neither did John. Like he just, you know, is like sexy looking. But yeah, I just think John, the protagonist, right? No, sorry, Abhishek, the protagonist, it was just kind of boring and kind of mean to everyone and like unnecessarily mean to Ollie. I did like Ollie thanking his mom all the time. It's raining. Thank you, mommy.
And then really struggling with
so
women.
Amitabh Bachchan was like kind of popular in Bollywood as an angry young man role. Yeah, like which kind of reflects like the rage antics of Indian men. Okay, but I think that's what the brief was for Abhishek's character, that he is like an angry young police. He was always pissed. His like eyebrows were always like constricted, and like he was looking always pissed at people, only apart from his wife. Yeah. Because his wife was looking pissed at him. Weird dynamics, but
And I gotta
anyway.
say this about the women in the movie. We talked about this too. I really don't like their makeup at this time.
Oh,
I mean, it's early 2000s.
I don't like it.
hate
The
it.
thin eyebrows.
Yeah, the
Hate
thin
it.
eyebrows
Yeah.
is my biggest turnoff. I do not like
Even
pencil
with the
eyebrows.
thin eyebrows, I also don't like thin eyebrows, but the makeup apart from thin eyebrows is also horrendous.
Like the
Yeah.
excessive lip gloss.
The
Yeah,
eyes, the
yeah.
eyeshadow is so
Really early
strong.
2000s.
It doesn't just blend. Nothing is blending. Nothing is.
Beauty blenders didn't exist back then, Killy.
Is that a new technology?
I don't know. I think so. But yeah, beauty blenders just became a thing.
Did you ever like do like pencil thin eyebrows or anything?
I'm Indian ethnically. Like, no, my eyebrows are
But
thick.
so are they, Winnie.
I have to get it threaded. Okay, yeah, maybe. But
I
like,
was trying to find. So the actor's name is Rini
No.
Sen. I was trying to find a photo of her without thin eyebrows when she was young. I couldn't find. Only found like one without thin eyebrows when she grew older. So she was always thinning her
That sucks.
eyebrow. Yeah.
I mean, we have to thread and wax now. But yeah, like when I was younger, when I was 13 or something, I would definitely wax it much thinner than I keep it now. Because you have to go with the trends. It was thin back
That's
then
so
because
sad.
of Kardashians. Thick eyebrows are back in.
Thank God. Like Jennifer Connelly, I think is one of the most attractive actresses,
yeah.
and she has the best eyebrows, and they're like thick, and she's always had it like that. It's always been great. The thin eyebrows, I don't like the eyeshadow, like the blue
Yeah.
face makeup. Like I just the women in this film just weren't. I don't like that 2000 style.
Adam gives an no to the women in this film.
So let's
Yeah.
get into
Okay.
the plot. Nikki.
All right.
No,
Actually,
I'm not letting this go. I disagree with Winnie, and I just have to.
Yeah, bring it on. Yeah.
Oh, the Ali part?
No, the
yeah, you
stoic-
seem to have strong
I don't like the
opinions.
stoic hero. I think they're bland. I think they're boring.
No, not Ali's not the stoic hero.
I'm talking about Abhishek's character.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's like the stoic hero, and
Yeah.
like Keely said, John Abraham is quite the stud. So I was super mad at how dumb the movie was. I went back to show my partner how dumb it was, and the first thing she said when she saw John Abraham was like, "Oh, why does he look so much better than the hero?" Yeah, take that.
That was the,
I mean, I don't think anybody contests that. Like, obviously, John is
that was
way
the
better
general
looking than
consensus.
Abhishek.
That's
yeah.
what I said. Yeah.
But like, I just don't like any of the characters. I just found them insufferable. I found them they make like the dumbest decisions. Like, Ali was just like tying up his love interest and forcing her to like marry him, and she just falls for him because
He's literally the last guy there
plot
at some point.
reasons. Yeah. Okay. So the story.
You disagree with him?
Few moments back, like she is with the team. Like, why is she falling in love with Ali?
For no reason.
Because
Wait.
because she's a woman.
One thing I was not sure about, this is the same woman that had the dance scene in the rain with him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, so they obviously had like...
No, but she
it
was
brewing
playing
for
him.
a while.
Like, it was her part of job to
So
plot.
the
plot
whole
with
twist
him.
was that it was all a distraction.
It's like what Abhishek says. Good is always 2 steps ahead of evil.
Love is always
Love,
2 steps ahead of.
exactly.
This is like the now you see me
Hatred.
oceans like.
But
like,
what?
I said love is always 2
Justification.
steps ahead of hatred. Like love comes
Good
first,
job,
and
Kelly.
then comes hatred.
What is her interest in Ollie? He's a buffoon that can't do anything.
He can dance and he can sing and he's a little golden retriever. He gives
And
such a
he
warm, cozy
can
feeling.
repair cars like just
Yeah.
dancing.
And he wins every bike race and he can stand on the bike without holding on to anything, just on his 2 legs. Do you not see that?
Okay, Kaylee, when a woman wants a car fixed, you just give him the old dance number.
Yeah, I'll do that
in the
Would you
rain.
date Ollie?
in the rain.
Adam's like, Winnie really likes. Would you date him?
Would you though?
Like the character?
Yes, the character.
No, it's just like a little.
Why?
I might. I don't know.
Really?
You'd have to exist in real life for me to answer that.
Because
he's
he's
just
the
a nice,
last guy there.
He's just an endearing character. That's the term I'd use to describe him. Endearing.
He is memorable,
Yeah.
and he is more memorable than the protagonist.
Everyone is more memorable than Abhishek.
But actually, like even like reception wise, in terms of critical reviews, I think Ali received the most praise for his acting. He was like
Wow.
the standout star. Abhishek
Wow.
and John, of course, but like people praise him
Amazing.
a lot.
Also, spoiler. Ali never gets a girl.
yeah. He does in the end.
Not any other.
Kind
Not sequels. Never.
Oh really?
Oh, really?
Spoiler
Oh,
alert.
no, that's a big spoiler
That's a
alert.
lot.
That is a big
Really?
spoiler. Why not?
All right. In that case, I changed my.
because of your question. Like
In that
you
case,
asked,
I
will you
changed my
date him?
answer. I will date Ali.
You just like dating people you feel sorry for. That's it.
Call that on the podcast.
Well, that is the very clearly. Oh, no one else is dated. He's lonely. I'll do it. I'll bite the bullet. He's undateable to everyone else, but sure, I'll do it.
Gosh. All right, let's go back to the plot, shall we?
All right.
Okay. So we have Abhishek's character. He's like this assistant deputy police commissioner type of guy.
Assistant Commissioner of Police,
Yeah.
yeah, and has the nicest of the bungalow in Mumbai with that salary, whatever.
Yeah, an amazing house, an amazing
And
office.
straight off the bat, we learn that he's like, he plays the invincible hero trope. Nothing. He's like good at fighting. He's good at crime solving. He has a beautiful wife
Yeah.
She's pretty hot. We get like a quick dance, like a lengthy dance number right from the get-go that establishes their relationship, where he like hoses her down with water.
They have a backyard with astroturf, and then they're in the backyard dancing about loving each other, and he whips out a hose and just sprays her down, and she loves it. And I would get so mad if anyone sprayed me with water like that.
She goes through a lot of like spicy outfits. Sex sells, I guess.
Yeah, and also if you notice, when that song begins, they're only looking at her body for most of it, and her head doesn't come in until like they start singing. Like he's just kind of staring at her body, neck down.
It was very objectifying. Yeah. At that, I think that was at the time in not that. Like it has been.
It's just like action
Forever.
movie. The way I see it, it's just like action
that,
movie always includes sexy scenes.
Yeah, it's like how Transformer had what was her name?
The
very,
actress?
Yeah, the very sexy and hot
Megan
lady.
Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, how yeah, but anyway, and she speaks very bad Bengali, like with a very weird
Which
accent.
is something I would never pick.
Yeah, you guys wouldn't pick up because yeah, of course. But like yeah, she's speaking Bengali with a very weird accent. Yeah, which is like weird.
So yeah,
Oh, I just want to say I want to eat her carrot souffle.
Dude, I
this
wanna
plays
eat that
such a
so
big
bad.
role in the
Halwa.
film.
so what is this carrot souffle?
Sure,
Gaja-
so it's kinda reduced milk and ghee or butter. Like reduced milk and ghee and butter and the carrots is just like soaking all of that in, and it's a dessert dish.
What do you
It's
call it in
beautiful.
Gajar?
Gajar ka halwa. It's a halwa.
Gaja halwa. Yeah.
And gajar ka means like off carrot.
Okay.
Like halwa
Yeah,
of
Try
carrot.
it out. I can't
so good.
imagine.
I want to
Yeah.
eat that so bad.
But it's nothing like a souffle. I don't know why they translated
What is a souffle?
I don't know.
that. It's not like it's more like a pudding, right?
What is a
It's like
souffle?
a puff pudding. It's like
Yeah.
a puffy pudding.
Souffle is like pudding?
Yeah, it's like
But
a
like
puffy.
puffy.
It's like a puffy pudding.
Oh, okay. No, so
More
no. This
fluffy.
is
This is
like
pure pudding.
more of a like a kheer. Like it's a mince. It's almost mince carrot, like a very thinly sliced carrot, mushed together, and like bound together with creamy goodness and
That
buttery
sounds so
goodness.
good.
Yeah.
Can you make it?
I learned how to make it. I never made it, but it looked very easy to make. So I
Can
can
you
try
do
and
it?
make it. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
All right. Next episode, we're gonna taste Kelly's carrot souffle and report back to you.
Yes.
And
Write
then
that
half
down.
of us never come back.
We're gonna be eating while we do the next podcast.
Yep.
I that looks so good, and they kept talking about it. I
Big
love
roll.
carrots. I think carrots are and carrot cake is like my favorite cake. And when they were talking about carrot souffle, I've never heard of it before. Oh, it sounds so good.
It doesn't have any carrot flavor. Sorry. It
It has the
carrot
texture
flavor-
though. It has
yeah,
the
it's the texture of
yeah.
carrot. No, not texture. It gets like
But
yeah, a
it's
little
crunchy,
bit.
Yeah.
Not the crunchiness, because the crunchiness goes away.
You bite the carrots though.
Yeah, you bite the carrots, but it's
Bite the No, you fucking snort it. So anyway, she makes really good carrot souffle and wait, yeah, so
Yeah.
what happens?
So yeah, so in the midst of this whole movie, there's like a motorcycle gang. They like to do heists. I don't know, for whatever reason,
For money.
For money,
Dude.
because they're evil. And Abhishek's character is in charge of solving this crime. Like, who's behind it? At first, he finds out that all signs lead to this motorcycle whiz character, Udit's character,
Ali.
Ali, who's like, he has like this hype. He has like a bunch of bros who hype him up, and like he's like a star motorcycle racer.
Yeah, they rig racing and he races his motorcycle.
Yes, and also he has this like side quest where he needs to find the girl of his dreams.
He really wants to have a family.
He wants to have a family.
He's not horny. He like literally wants like a family.
Yeah.
he's horny for.
I think he's horny, but he thinks he wants a family.
And so Ali's character is like the sidekick, if you will, for this movie, and
The comic relief.
The comic relief, and initially Abhishek thinks that he's the guy behind all these heists, but then while interrogating Ali, they find out that it was like a group of people who we later find out is led by this man, this good-looking man, I might add, Winnie, by John Abraham. And they all run a pizza place. Like they're probably
they're
like
employee at the pizza
they're
place.
employees at the pizza place,
Yeah.
and I will add that they're like probably the most attractive
Yeah.
pizza
Right?
place employees.
That
ever.
pizza
I'd be
place
at
would
that
be
pizza
so
place
popular.
every day. I'd be there every day for sure.
People just are like lining up around the block to see these hot pizza dudes.
Because like John is like obviously the hottest, but like his the rest of the sidekicks also pretty good looking.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, like in other action movies where like they're just faceless henchmen. Like each of his cohorts, they have like a lot of screen time, so they're all
Yeah.
good looking. We get like there was one guy named Rohit or something. Like I think Doom fleshed out the characters in a way.
Yeah, Austin Powers is in the pizza shop.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
What was the other one? Oh god, I forgot the name. The one before Austin Powers.
There's just a prince.
It was a prince? Oh, yeah, it was a
Yeah.
prince. Yeah. But then, I guess the whole movie is just them trying to, like, it's like catching a thief, to catch a thief.
Yeah, it's cops and robbers.
Cops and robbers.
And, they're like stealing money. And we need to talk about the scene where he like trashes the car.
Yeah, so, like, one of his cohorts, like, brings in, like, this Toyota convertible.
Wow, Nikki knows the car model.
Yeah, pretty
it's
good.
Toyota convertible, and it was a Honda convertible, and like I don't know, out of like John Abraham just wanted to show who's wearing the pants around, so like they all drove the car to this like huge cliff, and he just says like he tells us like his cohort was like with him right in the car, and then he
Yeah.
was like you have to jump now. And then the guy jumped, and then as soon as he jumped, he revs the car, and then also exits a la GTA, and the car just like falls off the cliff, and
They jump out of the car falls in the ocean.
in the ocean or something, which is a foreshadowing of things to come, I
Slightly.
guess.
Yeah, and he's like, we have to be like the shadows. Like, we can't be seen. We have to be discreet. We're thieves. Waiters at a pizza place don't drive convertibles. And then literally everything he does after that is completely contradictory. He calls up the fucking police chief and is like, hey, what's up? This is my voice. I am going to challenge you. I'm going to be better at you and like do heists before you can catch me. And I will tell you the location of the next heist. So he completely like immediately is not a shadow and just is directly telling the chief of police like where their next heist is. He's not
Even-
being very good.
And like there was even that one scene where he like the bad guys figure out that Abhishek was the one trying to catch them, and then we have the scene where like John calls Abhishek's, right? And then say, we're gonna hit this next place up. And then as soon as Abhishek gets there, what was the first person he bumps into? A blind man wearing a wig. And it was like the dumbest thing ever. Like you wouldn't suspect a thing, but like just the way it was presented, it just come on, it's obvious, man. It's obvious. Like no one looks like that.
Blind people usually don't approach you and are like, help me.
So while watching that, I thought Abhishek knew that was just kind of like a plot, like a little.
Right, you would
scheme.
think
But
he's smart,
yeah,
but he's
because
not.
it was so obvious,
He's one of the dumbest ACPs I've seen on screen.
You don't
Yeah.
understand how he got his promotion because even when he's told the locations of the heist, he fails and does not catch them.
Yeah, because it was about the money, and then Adam was keep on screaming at the screen like, "Look at the money! If it's the money they're after, just stare at the money. that then you are safe." But
Right,
Yeah,
so
whatever.
The John Abraham calls him up and he's like, hey, this is where the next heist is. And it's a big musical number. Like the next heist is at some weird charity dance-off thing. And Ali gets up on stage and he's dancing with everyone. And Abhishek is in the crowd. So even though he knows that the heist is going to happen, and he could call all his cop buddies, he could surround the place, maybe have higher security. He just stands in the crowd instead, like a dipshit with all the other crowd members, unable to do anything if a heist even occurred. And then when they're like, "Hey guys, we have all this money from that we raised for the charity," and it comes out of the ground, out of the stage, and it's all empty, and then the bad guys kick down false speakers, I guess, and then like dump oil all over the ground, light it all on fire, and then just drive through the crowd.
That was pretty cool.
It was very cool,
Yeah.
but as a cop, I feel like if you know there's a heist going on, just go to where the money is and look at it the entire time and make sure no one takes it instead of being in the crowd.
I don't think he's taking a preventive approach, but like he was
No.
on fire and he still fought, so give him some credit.
But don't you think
Props
he
where it's
should?
due.
I mean, I know cops usually are preventative and just shoot things later, like he does in this film. But like, I just like if you're told where the heist is and you're like, I'm just gonna stand here and wait for it to happen and then shoot at the bike.
I love how he just shoots down unarmed people all the time.
He like gets one hit. He gets one hit and then misses like.
Oh yeah, that was the final scene. Like he could target his hand and then he misses everything else.
That is true.
Yeah, when he's like on the boat, he like shoots the hand,
From so far, like I don't know, like with a handgun.
and then he can't hit anyone else except when he wants Allie. And then he keeps shooting Allie. He's like, "Come on, Allie, let's go! Come on, Allie!" As he's like shooting at Ollie.
I think he became a better cop once he stepped down as a cop.
Interesting.
Allie.
When he plays a drunk.
Oh yeah, that was the foreshadowing of Happy New Year.
Right. So Abhishek completely bungles the heist that he's told about, and he's like, "I give up my badge. I'm out of here. Sorry." And then the
Not
team.
Abhishek,
Hang on,
Ali.
Sorry. What?
We're talking about the heist at the Dhoom concert.
Oh, Abhishek also stepped
No, I'm
out,
talking about
stepped
the musical performance that he bungles. So
Oh.
he then he quits.
Yeah, but then they also had like a falling out, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
with
huge
Allie.
fight
Yeah.
that got
Oh yeah. So
recorded.
talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had a falling out with Ali.
Yeah.
This is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I swear to God, this is important. Yes, because the
very
thing that
important.
really threw me off.
Very
So
important.
like yeah, they bungled up the heist, right? And then like they just had a falling out, and I guess we're supposed to see that every buddy cop movie there's gonna be most of them will have like a moment where our two heroes will get into a fight and go their separate ways for a bit, and then they'll team up for the climax. So while that was happening, John Abraham gets this funny idea that, okay, they're broken up, so why don't I recruit Ali into our ranks?
Right. They
Yes.
fight, and then he's like, "I will bring Ollie to join my team and help steal."
And
Because
that's
I don't
when-
know any other mechanics, even though I live in the underground.
Yes, correct. And then that's when we find out that the girl that Ali was trying to get with is also on the bad guys team. Like, where did that come from?
And it's also the one who sings Dhoom Machale.
Yeah.
Like she's just everywhere. She
And then-
keeps popping up.
And this is the thing that's so prevalent in Doom is that she explains that I did all this to distract you guys. They're always steps ahead of each other. All the characters are always steps ahead of each other.
Yeah.
This is really important.
Here is one thing. Later, Abhishek kind of insinuates that like it was his ploy that he had a fight with Ali so that Kabir kind of recruits him. But here's the thing. I mean, how does he know just because he shot one of the members he would recruit another member? Because during the whole heist there was no specific role of the gang members. They're all doing the same thing, just running away with the money. So how does he know? He needs to replace him. And okay, we know that he replaced Ali maybe because he's a mechanic, because that's what John says, that who's gonna do Rohit's job because he was unique, so he's a mechanic. So how does Abhishek knows the random one of the robbers he shot down was a mechanic and they will recruit Ali eventually? Doesn't make any sense.
No, Rohit dying was an external factor. Like, it wasn't part of the plan. I don't know.
And also,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Him dying was not part of the plan, but he's saying that, okay, मार तो उसे सच में पड़ी थी, but चोट तुम्हें लगी. Like he got hit, he got the punch for real, but you are the person who got hurt. So it's like saying that, oh, good is always 2 steps ahead of evil. Like he keeps on repeating this stupid phrase, and then yeah, so as if like he had it in mind that if they split up, John will somehow recruit this guy.
Yeah, and they don't, when they recruit Ollie, they don't use him for mechanic jobs. He just is a prince at a hotel with a woman that hates him,
And he's the one
not
who
good
looks
at acting.
least likely
Least
like a
like a
prince,
prince,
out of
and
the entire group.
He's like, he cannot speak even English. He cannot do anything. He cannot, like, he's the least prince like
Yeah.
person in the whole group.
He's the worst person you could pick for that one specific job.
You can't even stop talking about doing the heist when he's in the casino.
Yeah.
Just keeps going on. Yeah, terrible.
He's the guy. We need him. He's so good at being a mechanic that we need him to pretend to be a prince at this casino so we can steal the money.
But you know, I like that he's always nice. He's nice and friendly to everyone. But when people try to mess with him, you see,
fights.
like, yeah,
Yes.
like the toughness
He can
comes
stand
out
up
a
for
little
himself.
bit.
Yes,
That's
let's
very
fight
nice.
him.
Did you like him in the clown outfit?
Yeah, that stole my heart.
Yeah, I bet. I think that's when I found it the most sexiest
That
too.
was funny. Yeah, that was really cute. Nikki's staring at me. with
When
a
he's
very
undercover, when
disapproving
he's
face.
undercover as a clown,
like,
he's undercover as a clown and has like a headphone and a microphone sticking out of the clown wig as like an undercover clown.
the biggest head microphone piece I've ever seen. Like, what is that? Like, wasn't there that point of time, like those years, like there were like already Bluetooth headset, like, right?
Yeah, this is like a 90s kid spy equipment that they're using to like case the joint.
I mean, everyone can understand that they're police undercover, just taking the place. Yeah.
So
Absurd.
they go to Goa to the resort to do their final robbery.
Which I can easily explain as look up Happy New Year. Like, that whole Goa bit. It's just
instead of Dubai, it's Goa.
the movie Happy New Year.
Yeah, but Doom did it first.
yeah,
Doom was the original.
yeah.
So they rent a special room. Ollie lives above the vault.
And they are always they ask for that room because
Yeah.
it's lucky number for Prince or something. Because
Room 101.
Because they
Room
want to make a
101.
baby boy, and the astrologer told them that they would be able to conceive a baby boy
I
in room
forgot that
101.
part.
Yeah,
oh
I don't
my
know.
god! Yes, Winnie. Yes.
You know when hotels are like, "Why did you choose this room?" And you're like,
Because I want to make baby.
"Because I want." And you tell the owner, "Yeah, I
Baby
want to
boy
make a
specifically
boy.
because
hey
it's a
manager."
Bollywood film.
Yeah, I need to make a baby boy. Don't worry, it's not a girl. This is legal.
Can't be in 102. That would lead to a girl. We don't want that.
That equals 3, and that means girl.
Oh my god.
So they do it, and then Abhishek plays drunk.
Yeah. So drunk. Can't even know what whiskey he wants.
Yeah, he plays a very bad drunk, and the bad guy is the bartender.
Yeah. At this point, bad guy doesn't know that Abhishek knows who he is.
Hmm.
But Abhishek knows because good is always 2 steps ahead of the evil.
That's true.
There's a lot of like being 2 steps ahead at this point, where like
Like-
the bad guys think they pull off the heist successfully, but then they get exposed on camera.
Yeah.
And then they reveal like there's a scene where Abhishek and John are just sharing each other with each other about like how they're always ahead of each other.
There was a very cute gay moment between them, like when they were
When
like
they
walking
kissed.
side by side, and then they were like, "Oh, I could have been a good friend to you. You
Oh
could have been
my
a good
God.
They
friend
keep
of
talking
mine."
about how we could have been friends. Like, dude, fuck each other already. Like,
So that's the part that pissed me off because that's when like cuff him. He's like this huge thief that you've been trying to catch for so long,
Yeah.
and you're gonna take a little stroll together and talk
Yeah.
about how if you were a thief, I'd be your friend. Oh, if you weren't a thief, I'd be your friend. Like, what is this?
you want to go see a movie together?
And then,
Man, I really wish I didn't have to arrest you right now because you have really kind eyes.
and
You're
then
so smart.
Instead of like arresting him, fucking Abhishek reveals that Ali has been working with me this whole time,
Yeah,
and then
and puts Ali in danger.
and puts Ali in danger. And what happens next? They turn off the lights, and the bad guys escape. They always
And they change their outfit while leaving though.
not wearing helmets too.
Oh yeah, so helmet is a big part of the story that I realized. And another reason why we hate the protagonist and love the antagonists. I was at least towards the beginning of the film because the antagonists are always with the full gear Like they're driving high-speed motorcycles, so there can be accidents and everything. So they are wearing all those pads and everything, like protective gear and helmet. And the good guys never wears helmet, wears the flimsy t-shirts while running the motorcycle. And that's absurd. Like why? They're like, you're a police, you should wear helmets. And then we find out that they were actually wearing helmet not for the safety, but to hide their identity. So later when people know like who they are, they don't bother to wear the helmets. So that broke my heart. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Like
It
wear the
broke your heart
helmet,
that you
guys.
had to see their face, or that you couldn't see their face earlier.
No, because I realized that they were wearing helmet to hide their face, not for the safety reason.
Yeah, and Killy's always been safety first. Even when we do
Yeah.
this podcast, Killy keeps saying safety first. That's why we tape these pillows to our head when we record in case we fall down. Our heads are protected, and that's the most important part. And I appreciate it. Every time we watch a movie, Killy points out what is safe or dangerous that
I'm
they're
willing
doing.
to bet that Kili's on a bike either today or yesterday and did not wear a helmet.
Yeah. How many grab
put so
motorbikes
much
have you
money
lost
on
on?
I lost my helmet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the
I
issue.
bought a helmet for being a pillion rider to bike taxis, and I felt great. And then later, at some point, I lost that helmet somewhere.
That
I don't
really
remember
breaks my
where.
heart. that really breaks
It
All
my
our
really
hearts
hurts
are
that you're
breaking.
doing that out of looks and not safety.
Do you remember in one of the chase scene, like Abhishek shoots John Abraham, and John knows exactly when to duck, and like he ducks, and the bullet goes through.
Matrix style.
Yeah, and then hits the bike in front of him, and the biker falls down, and John
Picks him up.
with very
One arm
like,
strength.
Yeah, like very. I don't know, whatever. He picks up that guy, and this guy is unharmed because he was wearing the protective gear and helmet. Sorry, guys.
All right, this is good.
If I'm on a grab motorbike or if I'm on a motorcycle taxi, I don't like to wear helmets.
No, Adam. Everyone needs to wear helmets. Safety first. Everybody
Do
wear
you?
helmets.
Never.
I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the reasons I shaved my head was because of, like, when I ride a bike and wear a helmet, it messes your hair, and so like I didn't want to deal with that anymore because it hurt. Like it's difficult to ride your bike with a helmet on and not get helmet head, and that's shitty.
What is a helmet head?
Like
Like
when
where
your
you
hair
have
is
a
all messed
bowl.
up because of the helmet.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, because I used to just have spiky blonde tips 3 years ago, and the helmet always ruined it. So I had to
Oh,
just shave it off.
no.
Yeah, I look like Paul Walker. Yeah.
This movie did inspire me to make an appointment for my bike
Really?
license.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you finally doing it?
Yeah, I'm doing it next Wednesday.
Nice.
Look at that.
I watched the film in the morning. I'm like, yeah, it's time.
Wow.
You're upstairs.
So you're trying to get your motorcycle license.
I'm taking a 2-hour practice course, and then I'm gonna sit down for a test, and then.
Are you going through an
get it.
agency?
Yeah, like
Oh,
I mean, like
that's
a little
why.
school, a training school.
Yeah.
So I have to sit through the lessons in Thai. I hope I can understand it.
No,
enough to be able
even
to-
they have English subtitles.
What do you mean?
the
No,
lessons-
this is like actual. Like I have to ride the actual bike riding course.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but the lessons have English subtitles.
Yeah, I just hope the test is in English.
It is. The test is
Test
in
is
English.
in English, but it's very bad English.
Yeah, I've heard that it's really bad
yeah,
English.
it had like double negative, and like you don't know, like it's a yes or no question, and the sentence had double negative, so you don't know like whether to put yes or no. You definitely know it. The question was along the line of like whether drivers should take sleeping pill before driving or not. For even you definitely know that it's a no. But the way the question was put, it was like kind of double negative, so you don't know whether to put yes or no to make the
Drivers should never always take sleeping pills
True
before
or
driving.
false?
Yeah, like something like that. Then I was like, what the like, and I did it wrong.
But guys, I'm just saying. So Adam has a bike.
Yeah.
Keely doesn't have a bike but has a license, knows how to ride. I'm gonna get one soon. Nikki, you're left, and then we can start our own little gang. Where
Bike
4
gang.
people will find a
Doom
fifth.
gang.
We'll do the next
Yeah.
Dhoom 2 podcast while being on bike.
Wait, how many Doom movies are there?
Three.
Just 3. No, you don't need me.
We'll,
Oh no!
no.
You think
The
it's
gang.
one
We're gonna do
person?
Doom 4.
We're gonna film Doom 4. We are Doom 4.
We'll do the podcast.
Winnie is Ollie.
We'll do the podcast while being on the bike. wearing those headsets that the police were wearing
And committing a heist while doing
while
the
committing a heist. We'll do a podcast. Yes.
I had to take the motorcycle course to get my license here, and they just give you a random automatic bike. And there is like one difficult part where you have to like ride on like a rail and not fall
Yeah.
off on either side and stuff. And then otherwise it's just stop and turn and whatever.
And then that
It's easy. And so I took the course, and I was nervous, but it was fine. It was easy. And when I finished, because you're with all the other people that are applying that day, I was the only foreigner because I was up in the suburbs when I was doing this. When I finished, the whole Thai staff that worked there like was clapping for me because I was like a
Wow.
big dumb white guy, and they were just like so proud of me for doing the motorcycle obstacle course, and everyone just was like clapping.
Dude, that sounds like a Bollywood moment.
Yeah, I was like, I guys, I'm not
Mine-
that dumb.
mine
Like I
was-
can do this.
Mine was like pretty tough for the written part. Like I failed the exam twice, and the third go I could answer. I got like 46 out of 50. Like 45 is you have to score.
Alright.
But
We might have
did
to.
you have an American license and you are converting into Thai license, or you?
So for the
Made
driver's
license
license, you have two
scratch.
separate licenses. One's for motorcycle, one's for the car.
Yeah.
If you have an American car driver's license, you can switch it to the Thai car one. But I had to take so I did that, but then I had to take the motorcycle course and test to get my motorcycle license.
I see.
Now, my Thai driver's license was 6 months expired, I found out. Oh, no, sorry. It was over a year expired, and I
Yeah.
just completely missed it.
Yeah.
I had to retake the test. I failed the written test twice, even though like I practiced over and
Both
over
of
again.
you
too.
failed twice. Okay, you cannot be part of our gang.
It's
I'm
super
sorry.
hard.
No, but the practical test I passed it the one go. So
I drive every day,
yeah.
so I feel like I'm perfect.
So I remember like the practical test. Then like there were like 4 stop sign, and hidden behind like the tree leaves. Like one of the stop signs was like weathered out. It's the Bangchak one. Yeah, and then I saw people failing in front of me, and the person who was coordinating the test, he was telling me, look, there are 5 signs. You have to stop 5 times. Remember that. And I kept on noticing all the 5 signs, because even the people are failing, like, you can see like where the 5 stops are. So I did that. And after the stop signs, there was like those VLC media player. You have to drive across like a snake. And then that rail thing.
So out of
Yeah.
all the stunts in the film, which one do you think was the coolest and you
Wait.
think you'd want to learn how to do?
I need to finish this DMV story.
Okay, finish the
I
DMV
failed
story.
I failed the car written test twice. Well, like twice in the same sitting, because you can fail once and try again, but they don't give you the same questions that you took the first time, so it's impossible. And I had taken the test over and over again. I had practiced, but the questions are really hard. And then they give you a brand new set of questions, and I failed that again. So I come back down. I was working with an agent. I was like, I failed both times, man. And she's like, okay, fine. Come back next week. Someone else will take the test for you, and then we'll just give you
Damn.
the license. And this was the agent, not the
Wow.
car company. But I was like, fine. I think it was like 1,000 baht, which is like $30. I show up a week later, and she's like, hey, here you go. Your test is done. You got perfect. Come
Whoa.
take your photo.
Is that legal? Are you like?
No, it's not legal, but it was with an agency. Like but obviously they're using the department. They know someone there, because the other thing is when you take the written test, they use your thumbprint. They scan your fingerprint now. So I don't know how they did it, but somehow like they registered under my fingerprint, took the test, and now I'm street legal.
I found a very obscure blog website which had all the possible questions and answers. And I kind of first day, like I read that, I read the traffic rules one, and then went to appear for the test. Oh my God, there were like car maintenance question as well, which I was not prepared for, so I failed. Next day, so after one test, they asked me to come back next day. Next day, I come back. And that evening I study a lot for the car maintenance part. So I'm like, okay, now I'm kind of confident I will pass. And then I see the terrible English in the question, and I don't know what to answer. Then I fail again. Then I was about to leave. They were like, no, you can appear once more today before going back. I was like, yes, this is my final chance to prove myself that I am a good, worthy driver.
and you're safe.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna hit people. So then I was like, I passed the test. with
Wow.
flying colors.
Wow.
Yeah, 46 out of 50. I'm so proud. Yeah. And then next day, I passed the driving test in one go. So proud of
That's so
myself.
impressive.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that 5 minutes ago we were talking about how being safe, but here we're talking about cutting corners.
Yeah,
and
right?
driving without licenses.
Wear helmets. Also, like, pay someone to take a test for you. You don't need to do
To be
that.
fair, I'm the one doing all the anti-safe measures. I'm the one that paid someone to take my test, and I refuse to wear a helmet when I'm a passenger. Keely obeys the rules.
Yeah. I obey the rules. Yeah.
At Fear of Stairs, we have
even
wildly
though
different opinions.
I'm totally in support of heist, but
Oh, okay.
road safety,
Yeah.
yes.
So,
So if
okay.
we can do the heist as long as we wear helmets.
So
Yes,
defend
steal the
yourself,
bank.
but steal, yeah.
Steal the bank, but be safe on the road.
I mean, I agree with that. I don't want to die after I rob a bank.
Yeah, of course.
I don't like where this club is going.
Are we in the gang or not, Winnie?
I mean, after you said that you are okay with doing a heist, I think you're
Yeah,
welcome
heist
back
is
in.
like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Not
non-
morally wrong.
unethical.
Not
yeah.
unethical. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
not unethical.
And goodness
too.
is always 2 steps ahead of evil, and it's better to rob a bank than to rob a person. So that's why we'll always be ahead of the
Only
police.
one heist I was not in favor of was the chief minister relief fund. Like that,
Right,
those
'cause that
funds
was
is,
like a good cause,
Yeah, usually
yeah.
used for like flooded area, like
Yeah,
natural
yeah.
calamity or other stuff like that.
And it was not a lot of money that they stole either, right?
That was
yeah, it was like few
48,000.
lakhs,
Yeah.
like few millions of 1.7 million INR, which is like divided by 70, like so maybe like 100,000, like $200,000.
Total.
Yeah, the money from the relief fund.
Yeah, total.
Yeah.
It's 200,000.
Yeah.
So you split it up with 6 people.
Yeah, it's not that much. I mean, the bikes cost way more. Like
Yeah, the
I don't
bikes
know.
cost more.
I couldn't balance with their like risk taking where they can die, where they have like
All
these
the
huge
flames,
expensive
yeah.
bikes.
We got to stop
which-
working at this pizza place. We got to steal enough money so we never
the
have to work
bikes-
at this
the bikes,
stupid pizza
The bikes
place.
were like so expensive. Like when they lose a bike for stealing a money, like you can lose a bike because you don't know like police gonna shoot you. Like definitely they're gonna shoot you.
Yeah, I mean, Rohit died because of that incident.
Yeah,
Like,
and
was
then,
it
like,
worth it?
what are you stealing? Like few $100,000? Like
Yeah.
that didn't gel me well. Like still more. Still few $1 million at least.
I think they
if you're
tried. Well,
risking
they
your
tried
life.
that with the New
The
Year,
casino.
right? Yeah, the casino.
I
So
love
how
the
does it end?
casino
Because
vault.
it
Well,
doesn't even
okay,
end
Winnie.
at the casino.
Okay, well, that's what we need to get to.
Yeah, let's get to the ending.
Oh yeah.
Because the
yeah,
casino's not the ending. Like
Nikki?
they're taking a little stroll and then another twist.
What happens,
And then,
Nikki?
like I said, they're always one step ahead of each other. Like Abhishek reveals that Ali has been working for him all the time, this whole time, and then John's gang managed to escape. So now the bad guys are after Ali, right? Who's tying up the girl and forcing her to marry him, which is kind
Yeah,
of
he's like, she's
rapey.
tied up, and he's like, tomorrow when we marry.
Guys, you guys are making this sound so bad.
It is bad.
It's objectively
Winnie.
bad.
It's stupid. It's so
She
stupid.
was tied up in a truck, and he's like, tomorrow when we marry, and she's like, I don't like you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the end, when she leaves everything for him, it's Stockholm syndrome.
Correct.
It is a
Yes,
Stockholm syndrome
okay.
moment. But as Ali is about to be shot by the gang, in comes Abhishek and on the boat. And he shoots, shooting John's hand.
Because what's better than a truck but a boat? And a boat flies out of the water to shoot them
We were
right in
talking
time.
about this. Like they were smart thieves. They're using fast bikes, and then
yeah.
their escape car is like a huge truck. Like the whole money was fitted on a hotel
5
trolley.
suitcases.
Yeah, 5 suitcases and a hotel trolley. So they could, they could fucking ran away with that car that John Abraham Kavir wasted.
They put all the money in like 5 briefcases that fit in the trunk of a car. And then to carry the money, they're in a gigantic truck.
Where? It's in Goa, where the streets are very narrow. Like
Well, no, because Ali took the money there, right? Because he had to take it to a safe spot. So he took the money to the truck, and then that's why they just had to
the
like
trucks,
keep.
to be honest, the trucks was being used earlier to the bikes to escape.
Yeah, right. To
But
put the bikes in as well.
Yeah.
So I
but
think
they didn't have anything else there.
But then the boat coming on land was like really dramatic.
They're on the boat. They throw a what's it called? A grappling hook, kind of.
yeah.
Latches onto the
Grappling
truck.
Anchor. Yeah.
An anchor. The truck is driving, and the boat's on the street, getting dragged behind. They have a big Matrix 2 Reloaded type fist fight on top of the truck, which is actually impressive. They were doing cool stunts on top
Yeah.
of the truck. They were fighting pretty well.
It felt like Royal Rumble. I felt like I was watching Royal Rumble in WWE, where it's like if the opponent leaves the ring, they lose, right? That's how you
Yes.
They go to sleep.
lose, right? So it's like whoever like just falls off the truck first.
They're sleeping.
loses.
They go to sleep. They're like, oh, I
Sleepy
have
time.
pulled the whole nighter. It was a rough night. I'm just gonna sleep.
But we noticed like a lot of quirks in the truck fight scene where there's like you see the
production crew.
the production crew blocking,
Blocking
the road.
Yes.
And then you also see like
Wait,
the
what?
bystanders in the
Yeah.
background watching the
Yeah, there was
filming.
one shot like you could see the production crew blocking the road on the big off focus.
Oh, I did not notice.
We were
They used
pausing the
that
video.
shot. They didn't blur it or anything. And Adam was like, "Wait, is that production crew?" To be honest, in the defense, it was a time when the film was not that easily available to like pause and look and analyze.
No
They might have
bullshit. This was
shot, like-
DVD era.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
2004.
Oh yeah, it's DVD era. Yeah, fuck no. Yeah, it's unforgivable. It was very easy shot to not use or like just watch it like just.
But no
think
one
it,
can
like-
see it. Yeah, it's fine.
But you
Yeah.
guys did.
It
Adam
was
did.
glaringly
Yes.
obvious to me.
Yeah.
Adam did.
And then like I guess we have this like Abhishek gets all like ninja so to speak, and then Ali is also like suddenly strong and manages to like throw almost everyone out the truck, and then he manages to stop the truck, and we get like this one final chase sequence where John Abraham is like escaping on motorcycle, and so they drive they also got motorcycles from the truck supposedly.
No,
And-
I guess they got the from the
For
production.
the production crew. Whatever.
The production crew gives them motorcycles to
Yeah,
drive.
that's it. They were like,
Yes, and this is the first time Abhishek is riding a motorbike instead of being a pillion, right? Yeah.
And
Major
then-
major character development for Abhishek. He can finally ride a bike.
they finally chased John to this like big open field, and they're
I
about to
remember-
sandwich him.
I remember one scene before the sandwich John. It's like they start from behind of John, but after a while, when John was escaping,
Yeah.
Abhishek Bachchan is in front of him.
Just out of nowhere, even though it's a complete opposite direction.
Yeah, that was,
it defies everything.
I didn't care enough to notice that.
At this
was
point, you don't even
absurd.
question these things. Like, there's been
no,
enough
no,
absurdity. Yeah.
I'll come to that. That's what I was telling Adam yesterday. Well, after watching the film. Yeah, go
And then
ahead.
they had this like gay moment where they just look at each other and they're like, "See, I told you,
Yeah.
I'm a cop."
We could have been best friends, but you
could've-
playing.
The police always catches the
And-
thief, and then
and
John
he's
is
like,
like, "Well,
Yeah,
I'll pass by you and you wouldn't even notice."
Yeah,
Famous last words.
yeah.
Instead of driving away from the field.
So Ali and the protagonist, the chief of police, they're on their own separate motorbikes that came out of nowhere, and in between them is the bad guy, John Abraham, right? And to his left is a big mountain range that is vast because there's a lot of land he could go. And on the other side of him is a cliff with the ocean. And he decides, I'm going to go towards the cliff. And in order to escape these two guys who are chasing him in this big, vast acreage of land, he just heads towards the cliff and flies off. The money flies out of his backpack. He like looks back at what could have been his best friend, and then just eats shit as he hits the fucking shore. A very shallow beach, and he just eats shit in the rocks. His bike goes in there, and he just dies.
Well, they assume he dies.
He's
We
dead.
don't
So I
know.
watched the whole. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "Surely there's like a trick, and like at the end of the credits, like he comes out of the ocean, and he has money or whatever."
Wait, did he really die?
He's
Because I thought there's a
dead.
part 2 or part 3. I assume
He's
he
not in it.
He's not
He
in
doesn't
it.
come back.
Yeah, Yeah, he doesn't come back. It's a totally different
That's
people.
so dumb. He has NOS. He has NOS on the bike. He could have outdrove them.
He could have flown
easily.
away. No,
Yeah.
correct. It's not a trick.
he did the NOS. He used the NOS other way.
Yeah, he's like in
water.
the air. He's pointing down at the ocean and hits the NOS, so he just flies straight in the rock as quick as possible.
No, he used the NOS. He used up the NOS. That's why he's.
Yeah, that's why he couldn't think straight. Yeah, I think everyone in this film took some NOS. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just misused it.
I mean, he was huffing NOS because
They're
he's like,
overconfident about the last heist, so they used up the NOS at the party night.
he chooses death, and he could have very easily just ran away, but he
I mean,
just
that could have been the best chase sequence at the end, where like he tries to run away from these two cops, and there's like where Ali could shine finally, like his racing abilities and
Yeah.
being the first champion in every race. That okay, he's like beating him because John Kavir, the character's name, he beat him in the race, right? So this was a final chance of the cop
redemption.
for the redemption to beat
Yeah.
him in the chasing because so the
Alternative
filmmaker
ending.
doesn't give the good guys any chance of like winning or anything.
Maybe
They're
they knew
like,
John Abraham was not willing to come back for part 2, so they're like, we have to kill this guy.
because just
kill
just
the
not
character.
kill, just
he
arrest
runs
him.
away.
Arrest him or run away. Like
Yeah.
doesn't need
All
to
the
come
money's
back.
gone, and he just kills himself. Like, and the whole thing's about being one step ahead or two steps ahead.
But
and
maybe for a thief, that's more dignified, right? It's still on
Dignified.
your terms.
Yeah.
Right?
But if you had no chance to run away, there was like a huge ground. You have a fast motorbike. You know, you have defeated this guy in a bike race before, and the other guy doesn't know how to ride like a sports motorbike. He never rode. He was always a pillion, and you are like a champion of motorbikes. Like you can easily run away from them. Like it's not like you were cornered. You were. So that's when I was telling Adam that how Bollywood films we perceive, like when we grew up watching Bollywood film, not most of the Bollywood films were not grounded at all. They were not realistic at all. Like we are pulling out these points of this film is like so many things they could have done, but most of the films, even the disco dancer, right? Like playing the guitar without the chord, but then suddenly the huge plot point is he gets electrocuted. While all other songs his guitar was never plugged in. So these things like Bollywood films were never like grounded. They were always about the spectacles, and what you take away after the film is like those few moments in the film that stood out. So I was telling him like how I remembered after throwing away the car from the cliff, John comes out and lights a cigarette and walks away. Like that was the image I remember from the childhood. Like, oh wow, such a cool scene. And then I remembered that okay, John was cornered at the end and kills himself instead of like what you said exactly, right? That he chooses dignity over getting caught. I had that emotion, but when I see it, like in realistically, he could do anything else apart from like killing himself.
Maybe we give him benefit of doubt and we assume that Abhishek's words really got to him. Good will always be 2 steps ahead of evil. He could have run, but Abhishek
He's
would
like-
always catch him. And that was one of the last lines that Abhishek said to him also, like, I'm a cop, you're a thief, like you run, I catch you. It felt like
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry at some point. Quite honestly, yeah.
yeah,
But
cops.
Tom never catches Jerry.
It's just but then Jerry just kills himself to avoid the chase altogether.
And then we go to the end scene, and all of a sudden Tata Young shows up.
Okay,
Tata
so-
Young, we have to get to that.
Yeah, sorry, we completely blanked about that. Tata Young.
She sings Doom English version. So Tata Young, right? Like at this period in time, right? So Tata Young in the beginning, right? She was like a teen pop star
In Thailand.
In Thailand, she's like this teen pop star in Thailand. She makes like the most innocent songs. I don't remember the titles, but she has this like squeaky clean image. And right around when she reached adulthood, which is when Doom came out, she's she started singing Doom. And what's very noticeable with this song is that like she reinvented herself into this like sex symbol, if you will.
So it was Dhoom song that launched her as a sex symbol.
Yeah.
pop star?
Yes,
Yes,
very much.
correct.
Wow.
Before
So
that, she had a clean image.
She has a
like,
very
yeah.
clean image, and then like it's not just Doom. Doom is a very popular song, right? But around the same time, she also had hits like "Sexy Naughty Bitchy," the
Sexy
song.
Naughty.
She's not clean.
But it all happened at once. I think like Doom kind of put that in motion.
But like that Doom was the one that put in motion, and then
Yeah.
later on she made that song, and then around like 2007 or so, she had like this single called El Nino.
El Nino.
El Nino, where she's like in the music video, she's like in lingerie and like
Yeah.
it was.
I see.
And then like at the time Thailand was like in shock that like this is too spicy for TV. But that's Tata Young for you, where she's like Doom is where it all started, right?
Was
Where
she like the Britney Spears
Exactly,
of Thailand?
that's how
like
people
the
like the Britney Spears
yeah.
of Thailand.
So you could easily say like this was her toxic era
Yeah.
after she did like the "Oops, I Did It Again" and "Baby One More Time."
I think she became like a superstar overnight with this Doom hit. I
Yeah,
don't
you
even
hear it
know
everywhere.
how.
So during like I never seen Doom until now, right? But
Yeah.
like during like when I was in elementary school, you would hear Doom.
Why
everywhere.
did Thai people watch Doom?
Yeah, it was in theaters. So I was just too young and too stupid to just
Like
broaden
most
my
Thai people would
horizons.
know the song. Like I don't think you'll meet a single Thai people who doesn't know the Doom Machale song. But of course,
Yeah.
most would not have watched the entire movie.
Yeah.
But as I say,
mean,
like
I don't think it was distributed in Thailand like
wasn't
the
Thailand.
other-
no, it was. It was still a
Thailand.
very
No, it
popular.
wasn't
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
it being
yeah.
in
It's still a
theaters.
big deal.
Oh,
in
Like Thai
Thailand.
Indians have seen it.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I watched
It
it
was-
when I
it
was
was
young,
there.
and I think more some Thais might have watched it also because of the song solely.
Yeah.
Tata Young, I mean, she was just there, right?
It was
I've
probably-
seen Indian media is pretty popular in Thailand, mostly like the TV
Serials,
serials,
yeah.
like also like the classic, not classic, like what do you call it, mythical, mythological stories.
Yeah,
I've
Hanuman,
I've seen people watching them in Thai dub like all the time, like when I travel around in Thailand. Yeah.
But I think this might be the first time that like Bollywood had such a close crossover with Thai culture.
I think it's like one of the first.
Yeah,
First
at
times
least like
ever.
in our
Yeah,
generation.
that was
our
that was
era.
the era in Bollywood when they were like getting pop stars from other countries to like other cultures to perform for Bollywood songs. Like yeah, so they had few others, and then Tata Young was one of them.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I tried to find out how or why she ended up
we
in
all-
that
Yeah,
movie.
I
There's like
spent-
no
I
information.
spent so
Yeah.
much time trying to find out why she got picked for the soundtrack.
Yeah,
To know
I
about
Nothing,
too, but I couldn't
nothing,
find any
yeah.
information. I think it's just like regular way, like her agent was.
Oh, I have a
like,
theory. So
What?
her real name is Amita, like Amita Marie Young. So Amita Young, right? And I was like, maybe because her name resembles Amitabh. Amitabh.
That's reaching a little bit.
Okay, that was my theory.
So you think they went through a phone book to
No, so
find
I think that
someone?
they found this girl. She might have been one of the contenders, and they were like, you know what? Her name is so similar to Amitabh. She's a lucky charm, and I can see Indian people doing that because they're superstitious as hell. So like, I can see that playing a role in the
don't
final
know about
decision.
To
Amitabh.
be honest, it can be right, like when I'm saying like while it sounds like arbitrary of the weirdest reason, but it can be true. Like so when I used to shoot in India, like few short films when I was shooting, there is a thing like if you shoot a dead person, you have to shoot a shot, like you don't have to use it of course, where they come back to life, so that like
This
it's
is a
not a
law?
bad no it's a superstition in the film crew. Like if you shoot someone dying, you have to do a shot that you don't use later, that they're waking up from the dead.
I would love to watch all the footage of every dead Indian
me
actor
too.
coming
I
back to
really
life
want
in the
that
reels.
stock. Actually, you should do that, like stock from the film, because okay, digital age, it doesn't matter. I'm like, okay, I just rolling the camera because I shot in digital age, right? So okay, they roll the camera. Okay, you wake up, like done. But in film era, you have specific film stock. You have like limited supply of film. So if people dying, and then you have to use.
They're like, okay,
You have to think of it like, okay, if people are dying, I have to allocate a stock, part of the stock for people waking up from the death.
John Abraham, come out of the water. We need to film you coming out of the
We don't see him
water.
dying.
I thought he lives.
No, we see him die. We see dying. For example, Rohit. Rohit dies like there is a dead body. He's dead. So that kind of shot. Like John is like kind of. I mean, it's like most probably he died, but we don't see on the camera that he's dead. So
Yeah.
not
We need
that
like a
shot.
screensaver of just like dead people coming back to life.
We can still have Doom 4 and John Abraham comes back. It's, like that. I would not put that past the franchise one bit. to
Or
do
you.
that.
I mean,
Or
is this what
me.
you want to do?
There was a film where
We're making it. We
There
could
was a
be.
film where John Abraham plays a role who has a near-death experience. Like
Is this a horror film?
it's kind
That-
of not horror.
Okay, something with what's it called?
I forgot the name. I
don't
watched it
know
when
what
I was
you're
young. I think it's a rip-off of some Hollywood film, maybe. I don't know. Because that time, like, Bollywood was ripping off, like, films left and right. They ripped off Primal Fear. They ripped off many other films. Yeah, they ripped off Usual Suspect. So, yeah, I mean, there was this film where John Abraham is, like, had a near-death experience. But was it before Doom? No, I think it was after Doom.
Wait,
So,
Primal
yeah.
Fear, where like they get raped in a Catholic church? They remade that?
Primal Fear is that?
Is Ed
or-
Norton getting raped by a priest in a Catholic church?
No, the crime is different, but the way he's a bad guy, like who plays into his mental illness to do the crime. That thing. I mean, they would change the plot points. It's not like shot by shot remake or scene by scene remake. They keep the main storyline and they kind of remake the story in Indian context.
For Good Luck too, if they film like a bad rape scene or something, then they film them getting kissed on the forehead afterwards to know it wasn't malicious. For Good Luck.
Yeah. So there was like, since this is on the topic, like Bollywood had this thing of like, when women, like mostly like sister of heroes and everything, sister of heroes usually, or mother of heroes, are getting raped, and so they kill themselves to keep the prestige.
The sister of the rape victim?
No. Sister of the heroes usually, like, these are other people, like the heroine never gets raped.
I have no idea where this is going.
Yeah.
It's like daughter of, like the mother of the hero or the sister of the hero is getting raped, and to save their dignity, they kill themselves.
So you mean
Always
honor,
on screen.
or like their family member kills them.
No,
Honor
not
killing.
that,
Honor
because
killing is the
they would
thing.
be the bad people, quote unquote. No, not bad, quote unquote. So they would be the bad people, but they kill themselves.
That sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a huge discussion, like when we were growing up, like why are we showing that they're getting undignified, because that's the cultural mindset India had, right? And so you should show progressive values for people to adapt. So that's why, like, why
Yeah,
are you
instead of
showing
punishing the
people-
rapist, the victim should just kill themselves.
yeah,
So we don't have to
I don't
talk
know.
about
The
it.
hero would punish the rapist at the end for sure, but they just kill themselves because they got raped. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope they no longer do that. That is very old.
No, on screen,
school.
no,
It's-
they don't do
yeah.
that anymore.
That's good. Oh, one interesting point about this movie,
Mm-hmm.
Doom, is that it actually inspired an actual bank robbery in Kerala. Kili, I don't know if you know about this. The
No.
Chelembra bank robbery. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
What is it called? Let me Google it.
Chelembra?
Chalambra.
Chelembra in Kerala in 2007.
Wow, was it successful?
Yeah, so they did the same thing. Like in the end heist of Doom, like the final heist of at the New Year party, they make a hole in their room, right? And then they go
Chelembra.
down. So they copied the exact same thing. They robbed a bank in Kerala. They got away with 80 million rupees. That's a lot of money. And they got away with it initially, and then there was a big investigation, and like about a year later, the police caught them. But once the police caught them, the gang leader admitted that it was inspired by Doom. So it actually
Love
made
it.
headlines for that.
That's
Love it.
wild.
Yeah.
We were just joking about the blowing.
So
the-
Happy
the
New Year's
floor.
based off a true story and that true story was actually inspired by Doom.
It's all connected.
We are so
What dumb
strongly
place? What
justifying-
dumb hotel would have a room above
It's a bank.
vault?
That was a bank that did it. They just followed the same thing of making a hole and then setting someone
I mean,
down.
a
Yeah.
bank can share a building
With a
other
hotel?
rooms. No, other rooms.
There, I don't think there's any.
Like, it can be
yeah.
other room. It can be like an empty office. Like empty
I love that he's
But
like-
I think it's hilarious that at the confession they were literally like, "Yeah, we got this from Doom."
I
hope-
had
I
no
hope the
idea how to
defense
enter
lawyer-
into a vault. I didn't know that walls connected
the
until I saw
defense
Doom.
lawyer in the court showed, oh, this is what this man grew up watching.
He's innocent.
A whole generation of bank robbers that are like, oh, if
grew up
I
watching Doom, so it's not his fault. It's Indian media's fault.
would have never taken the money if I didn't know that walls connected. But then Doom shows me that like if I just cut through a wall, I can access the other room, and I didn't know that. Thank you, Doom.
Doom is amazing.
Whatever.
Sorry.
We're gonna watch Doom 2 and 3 later.
Yeah, we have to. I don't know if we'll record about it, but I think
We
we,
will.
just need to watch it just for the sake of watching.
Yeah,
God. If we watch that shit and don't record a podcast about it, I'd be so angry. No, we have
No,
to.
Doom 2 is actually again, like I don't know, I watched it when I was young. So Doom 2 is actually, I think, has like tighter plot, and
Killy said it's because they're sexier.
But there's no John Abraham.
There is
so
Hrithik.
Oh.
there's
okay.
Aishwarya.
Oh.
So the funny thing.
Wait,
at
so
that point-
she's married? Is she married to Abhishek in the
Yeah,
movie?
she was about no. She was about to get married to Abhishek when Doom 2 was
Like,
being
in
shot,
real life?
being shot.
In real life.
In real life, they were
Okay.
about to get married, and on-screen chemistry of Aishwarya and Hrithik was like top notch, and they already had Yodha Akbar, another film done where their chemistry was so good, and like Abhishek was so jealous or something, like they were not allowed to have like kissing and stuff like that, and I think the film also removed a kiss scene from like when Amitabh Bachchan objected to it or something like that.
Wow. So she
Yeah.
played the love interest of Hrithik, not
Yeah.
Abhishek. That is so awkward.
Yeah, of course she. Okay,
She's
in
she's
film-
out
in
of she's out of
film- in-
Abhishek's league is what Killy's trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. In film, like, okay, wait, no.
This is unbelievable.
Oh no, actually,
Doom
Aishwarya-
aspires to be realistic, and this chick is way too out of his league. We
She-
can't
she
do
was what?
this.
She's
But
Miss
there is,
World,
there is,
Miss
there
India,
is
yeah.
one film where Abhishek plays Abhishek and Aishwarya is an on-screen couple. Abhishek plays this Indian, like it's a character inspired from this Indian industrialist who started Reliance Industries, like Ambani. Ambani family, like the person Dhirubhai Ambani who started the Ambani business. Like Abhishek plays that character, and Aishwarya is his wife
Okay.
in that film. But it's a very grounded film, and then like very realistic looking. So yeah, I mean there, but not in Dhoom for
There's
sure.
also conspiracy theory. I think it's interesting for just the listeners. That Aishwarya is like she's married to Abhishek just because that's more socially accepted, but she actually has a relationship with the father Amitabh. But of
That's
course, like the age
absurd.
gap is too much, so like she just married Abhishek
It's
so that she could get
absurd.
into
It's
the family.
absurd.
Because the
No.
dad's dick is that good? Like, what?
Because the
No,
dad's like
it's
the
absurd.
father
No,
of all.
it
is
kind of
Amitabh.
this rumor kind of started because there was a film where Abhishek was the hero, and Aishwarya has an item song, like a item number, where it's like a guest appearance hottie song, kind of like she's like a dancer. And Amitabh also has a cameo role in that, and they share a screen together, like Abhishek, Amitabh, and Aishwarya, at a dance performance, and it was a very catchy song. I love that song. The film is also good, and in that song, Aishwarya has way better chemistry with Amitabh than Abhishek. So, I mean, to be honest, like, I mean, the story was like that because Abhishek already had a love interest in that film, and Amitabh is just like a random guy who's just hitting on this dancer. So, yeah, but whatever. Like he has a better chemistry with Aishwarya. So from there, it kind of started the rumor that it's him. It's not Abhishek. And also like
It sucks when your dad keeps picking up your girlfriends.
it's also like Abhishek got always shadowed by his father's. But
It's too big of a legacy to fight.
yeah, I mean Abhishek was not according to Bollywood legacy, like he's not a mega star material. He's a good actor. Abhishek is a really good actor, but he's not a mega star
I wonder
material.
how much of that is just comes down to appearance. And you guys brought this up also in the beginning, where you're like, the villain is so much more attractive than the
No, of course.
protagonist. So like, how much?
No, but then you see, it's not only look, like, because if you think of it, Shah Rukh is not that good looking. I mean, he has this charm. He was not like when he became super hit.
I think you might have just offended so many people.
No. I mean, Shah Rukh's fans and
He's like Bowie.
acknowledge
He
it.
looked better as he ages.
Yeah, age is like fine.
Shah Rukh's fan has been a lot of his fan have been admitting to this fact, and they kind of take pride in that this guy was not like so good looking when he started his career, but he still became a mega star because of his charisma, because of his skills. So there you go. Like Shah Rukh was not that good looking, but I mean,
But he was still fair skinned relatively. I mean,
No,
not in his first film, but
no.
after that he got fairer and fairer progressively.
Yeah, maybe he was put in.
By
Fair
the
and
way,
Lovely.
Amir Khan is in Doom 3.
So we have to watch that
That's the
too.
absurd. That's bad.
So is
That's
he the-
bad. Worse than Dhoom,
I don't know.
in my opinion.
Kili always says that Amir Khan's one of his favorite actors, but you've always hated most
I
of his
think
films
I
by
kind of
now.
expect a lot from him because he has delivered really good films.
Which we're not watching.
We have to watch. Rang de Basant we gotta watch.
Oh, right, it's good.
Because that would be a really good in context of the CEO murder of that kind of riled up the whole internet and the whole world. Because I was telling Bollywood has been these stories a lot where the protagonists shoot up bad people who are in power position all the time. And in that film they kill the Home Minister of India. The
Fuck
heroes
yeah.
kill the Home Minister of India. Yeah.
And if you want to watch another Abhishek film, there's Dostana, where he plays a gay couple.
Yeah, I've
with,
never watched that
What's
film.
the other?
I think
don't know
he's
who his
not a gay
co-star.
couple.
He's not. He's just trying
He's
for Priyanka Chopra. They're pretending. It's a really good film. Yeah.
They're pretending.
It's kind of homophobic
because
to some degree.
to rent a house because they have a young woman in the house.
Priyanka
They don't
Chopra,
want
yeah, they
to
both
rent
like
the
her.
room to bachelors guys, so they pretend to be a gay couple.
Okay,
to
that
rent the
fits my
house.
theory that Amir Khan looks like Tom Hanks because Tom Hanks' first TV show was Bosom Buddies, where him and a fellow guy friend pretend to be women to live in a female
No,
dormitory.
she's talking about Abhishek Bachchan.
This is Abhishek.
Okay,
Not
never
Amir Khan.
mind.
But
But
Abhishek
yeah,
could be that.
this is we
good.
should watch that.
That's
we
a
should
very
we
good
should
movie.
we should watch how homophobic Bollywood could get.
Yeah.
Oh, for
We,
sure.
we,
We
we,
see
we
that in
had a
Happy
glimpse.
New Year,
We had a
guys.
sneak peek in Happy
It
New
almost
Year.
feels like they're trying to introduce gay topics, but in like a homophobic straight men pretending to be gay for a woman kind of thing, which is
yeah.
That's how queer I was when men were first getting acceptable with gay men in America. We're like, queer eye is cool because the gay men are helping me pick up chicks. So as long as the gay men help the straight men achieve their goal of getting laid, they're cool. And then otherwise they don't like them.
So then, statement shouldn't like lesbians.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, we gotta work and stuff. Nikki's getting anxious. Let's go. Any other final thoughts on
you
Doom?
mean Dhoom.
Doom.
Dhoom.
Doom. Doom.
Dhoom.
Winnie asked, "Do who?"
Doom.
Wait. Can we all just pronounce it right before we close this podcast?
Doom.
Doom.
Dhoom. Dhoom.
Doom.
Yes.
I am Punjabi. Can you tell me that I say it better than both
No,
Nikki
he
and
did
Adam?
the best.
Dhoom.
Doom.
Dhoom.
Do different. Yeah. See.
Okay, whatever. White
Yeah,
boy
okay.
beat me.
Sorry, I'm better at speaking this than you are. I don't know what to tell you. All right, bye.